Good evening, everyone. I want to thank the Rothko Chapel for having me today and allowing me to speak on behalf of the Iranian women. My name is Donya Ziraksari, and I was born and raised in Tehran, the capital of Iran. I moved to US as a religious refugee in 2007, where I found my calling as an activist to raise awareness on basic human rights violations in Iran. I have made a short film called The Ticket, published a memoir called Tehran to Miami, and have been able to be the voice of the Iranians. Iranian men and women have been oppressed and stripped of their rights by the Islamic Republic regime since the 1979 revolution. Over the last 43 years, the Islamic Republic regime has systematically oppressed and persecuted women to the point that an entire gender has become a minority in their own country. Iranian women are forced to wear the hijab, often stopped on the street, lashed in public, or imprisoned for their lack of a decent hijab, for walking with a male friend, singing, or even riding a bicycle in public. Iranian women are treated as second-class citizens in their own country. They are denied a passport, travel visa, hotel room, education, and much more without the male head of the household's approval. According to the Constitution, Iranian women's vote as a witness counts as half of a vote of an Iranian man in any situation or court. Iranian women can't even get a simple surgery nor abortion without their husband's written approval, even if their lives are in danger. Too often, they can't get a divorce from their cheating husbands because the government gives divorce rights to men only. So she's forced to stay with him for years and reluctantly accepts her husband's misdemeanors or misbehaviors. Once they succeed to get a divorce, if they have children, the custody of the children, especially if they are under 7 years young, will remain with the father. Most mothers, including my own mother, stay in their toxic marriages just because they can't bear the separation from their children. Last but not least, under the Islamic Republic, if one dies as a virgin, she will go to heaven. Once the morale police or any other Iranian force organization captures a virgin teenager, before they sentence her to death, someone rapes her to ensure she's no longer pure. So once she is dead, she will not go to heaven and she will go to hell. In case of Nika, a 16-year young peaceful protester, she was kidnapped by the regime, raped, tortured, killed, and then her organs were harvested. In September 2022, a 22-year young innocent girl named Mahsa Amini was brutally beaten by the Islamic Republic of Iran's morality police for indecent head covering. She went to coma and was announced dead 2 days later. This was the beginning of the first female red revolution in recorded history, and it is not just ongoing, but growing stronger and moving beyond its borders to empower the entire globe to stand for justice and human rights. As of today, the Islamic Republic has killed over 530 people, including 71 children. Over 6,000 have been injured and are denied professional medical attention. And close to 20,000 people have been arrested, including over 180 children. Many have been raped, and many more are still missing. For 6 consecutive months, the regime has been kidnapping, raping, beating, torturing, killing innocent protesters, and has shut off the internet, so the news of their massacre does not get out. In the meantime, Iranians around the world have managed to push for the Massa Act, which mainly puts sanctions on the supreme leader and his officials, successfully removed Iran from UN Commission on the Status of Women, and pushed UN to initiate a fact-finding investigation team to thoroughly investigate alleged human rights violations in the Islamic Republic. Although the regime's brutal behavior does not need further investigation and can be proved by simply following any Iranian's Instagram feed. Around the world, people of all color, races, and gender have been moved and have been standing side by side with the Iranian men and women asking for a regime change. Recently, Islamic Republic has been poisoning high school girls as a mean to inject fear in the nation and suppress the women-led revolution. So far, over 800 people have been poisoned, and 1 high school girl has died. The Taliban in Afghanistan did the same some years ago, and now banning women from education. And the Islamic Republic has been using the same tactic to install fear in high schoolers. This is not a religious revolution. This is a revolution asking for basic human rights, such as freedom of expression, the right to education, to breathing a clean air, walking safely on the streets, and even riding a bicycle. The right to see your child returning home from school alive. The right to be a woman. On the International Women's Day, I want to honor the brave Iranian women standing up for their freedom. I want to call on women around the world and encourage them to stand up and fight for their rights wherever they may be and join the global movement. Because injustice in Iran is injustice everywhere. Thank you.